Policy and Prejudice. My name is Chris Stevenson. I have a very important topic to discuss with you today. I can't say it's much more important than most of the topics I've talked about here, but it has to do with children. Teen suicide, especially as a result of bullying. Bullying is nothing new. It goes back to the beginning of time. Cain and Abel, probably, if you want to go Bible with the whole thing. But you see more and more youth today committing suicide as a result of bullying and constant harassment by fellow students. It seems that today's computer and video age is creating more head cases. And a lot of the victims are not trained to deal with this. In my day, we had bullying, but the only way to handle it, as taught by my parents, is to fight them back. That's it. Usually that takes care of 75% of the bullies. What's going on today is that the parents are just training their kids to go to school and get good grades, but they're not training them to to handle them in a social manner, to deal with people who are difficult to get along with, to deal with bullies and the practice of bullying. Kids aren't being taught this. How can you, if your kid spends most of their time indoors, watching video games or playing PlayStations or Xbox or whatever, or what have you? It's almost impossible to get anything into them. They're not used to interaction. They're not used to confrontation. They're not used to fistfights. So as a result of that, you have kids completely devoid of any means of how to handle this sort of thing. When that happens, you have suicide ensuing. In Boston, in the Boston area, a 15-year-old girl hung herself just 2 days before a school dance. Earlier this year, I think it was. Her name was Phoebe Prince. She was harassed by a group of girls calling themselves the untouchable, what do they call themselves? The untouchable bad girls. These girls are not untouchable, they're either bad, they're extremely stupid. That's about it. What gives them that much power is enabling parents. That's all, as well as school administrators. 9 people were charged in her death. These kids will probably be spending a good amount of their time in some sort of home, boarding home, or whatever the case may be. I don't know. But it was a very needless and ridiculous situation. Miss Prince had just come here from Ireland along with their family. Irish people in Boston is nothing unusual. New Irish people in Boston is unusual, so the kids, these kids today are being taught that they're just Americans or whatever the case may be, and they may have harassed her. And I think a lot of this was over a boy that was, which is a very important reason, that I guess she had gone with for a few days or whatever the case may be, and some of the other girls were getting very upset with her and started this bullying. Using the social network called Facebook in it, they became very effective in harassing her. Matter of fact, they were so persistent at using Facebook that even after reports of her death, the girls began to mock her in Facebook even after the fact. So that's just hardcore being difficult to deal with. By that time, it's too late for the parents to intervene and try to improve the girls, especially with this twisted thinking that you're not supposed to spank the kids. Those girls are a lost cause. The thing with bullying is, if you don't take care of it, you're going to create a narcissist when they're adult. And that's it. That's the parent's job, to teach the kids how to deal with this. It's the parent's job to inform the kids, make sure the kids get out more, learn to handle people of all types, all colors, all cultures, all backgrounds, so that when confrontations come up, they'll be ready. Unfortunately, evidently this didn't happen with Phoebe. Phoebe came from a place where you have a lot of good people. Europe. mostly all the bad people, all the bad Europeans came here at the founding of the nation. That's when all the criminal Europeans came here. Because they went, this was just part of the colonialistic society that we live in. So when somebody comes from Europe, on the rare occasions, to America, they might be caught completely unawares by the smart alecky white kids that you see, you see today. And the same goes with black kids as well. Children of Jamaican immigrants or whatever might come here, Nigerian immigrants. They'll come here, they'll meet a completely different type of African. They'll meet the African American, which is probably the weirdest African you can find nowadays, unfortunately. But what can result from this is death. That's not good. That's not good at all. So, in the meantime, like I said, it's a very sad example, this bullying, and it has to stop. Hopefully, the parents will get something out of this. We can go forward, and children can learn to deal with life, deal with people, and move on with their lives. My name is Chris Stevenson. For clbTV, thank you for watching Policy and Prejudice.